Okay, today I'm at a customer's house to check out the speed sensor on their golf cart, their club cart precedent. I'm going to show you what I think's wrong, and then hopefully if you have this issue you can see how to repair it yourself, okay? So let me turn this around and get busy. Okay, here I am. I'm in their garage. Got my truck right there, parked in their garage. This is their club cart precedent. Okay, and the deal is, this thing is really slow. It actually has speed code 3, but it only goes 7.5 miles an hour. The most I can get it up to is 8. And when the speed sensor fails, or the magnet fails, it defaults to 8 miles an hour. So that tells me, I put my scanner on this and I GPSed it. So I verified that it does have speed code 3, which is supposed to be 14.6 miles an hour, but we're only going 8 miles an hour. So the 8 miles an hour is the tip off. So what I'm going to do is, I have a new magnet here. This is what the magnet looks like. Got a new one of these. I got another speed sensor, a good one that I took off of a motor. So I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try to get down there on the ground and do this myself. So I'm going to jack this up and remove that wheel to see if it's any easier to film. Okay, real quick, I got my big Mamu drill out that I use for removing lug nuts. I've already made 3. I got one more to remove. So there we go. There we go. Tires off. I've got the cart jacked up, and I'm going to put this tire underneath here. So in case that jack falls, it'll land on the tire, not me. So next we're going to, let me get down here on the floor, show you. Okay, there's the motor, and that's the speed sensor. Get my camera in here. That's the speed sensor. This one is a top hat. There's 2 types. There's a top hat for these for this motor, an Admiral motor. There's also a flat one for a GE motor that doesn't protrude like the top hat. It's just flat. So there's these 2 bolts I'm going to take out, which will expose the magnet, and then I'm going to unplug it right here. Unplug that, take these out, and I'll show you what we have. Okay, I'm shooting again. I took my 1/4-inch ratchet here and my 5/16 socket with an extension, and I got in there and removed. This is the speed sensor right here, okay? And this is the magnet. See if I can get in there a little closer. That's what the magnet looks like. That spins inside of this. Let me get it. It spins inside this. This is the speed sensor. What's inside of this plastic is what they call a Hall effect sensor. That's what's going on. So in this case, this magnet doesn't appear to be cracked or anything wrong with it. So I'm not going to replace it yet. I'm going to go ahead and try my other sensor that I brought. I'm going to unplug this from here, plug my sensor in that I brought, put it back together, and see if we fix the speed problem. Okay, I just got done taking this cart for a test drive, and I got it up to actually 16 miles an hour by changing the speed sensor. And the speed sensor did not, let me get it out of the dark. The speed sensor did not add any speed. The old one was just bad, and I'll show you when I turn the camera around what was wrong with it. But since this cart has 10-inch tires, that adds another mile, maybe almost 2 miles an hour. but speed code 3, which is 14.6, it has a true actually 16 miles an hour. So this lady went from 8 to 16 by replacing the speed sensor. It's a very simple fix. And let me turn this around and show you what was wrong with this. Okay, here's the old speed sensor. 3 wires, that's where it plugs in. But I don't know if you can see this. So there's a groove right up on this end of it. Nope, that didn't do it. Anyway, there's a groove worn inside here. And let me get out here in the sun. Oh, that's no good. But that's what was wrong with this thing. So this is a speed sensor. The one I put on there was actually used because I did not have the new one in my truck. There. See that little whitish area on the inside? The magnet was rubbing in there. And that was the issue. Anyway, take my word for it. That's it. That's what was wrong with this speed sensor. So in the future, if your club car all of a sudden drops to just 8 miles an hour and it's still running and it's not the batteries, but you can't get any faster than 8 and it used to be faster, look at the speed sensor. That's the telltale sign is the 8 miles an hour. Okay? So hopefully this little video helps somebody. So keep contacting me and sending me emails and texts to my phone number 760-393-1314, and I'll be glad to help you. And also like my channel, tell other people about it. I love new subscribers. So that, and my eBay store is Wayne's Golf Carts, Wayne's with an S, Golf Carts. And I have mostly charger parts on there, but I can sell any part you need. Just contact me and I can tell you about it. Okay? So thank you.